Hello, I'm Kads, and welcome to today's video. Now this video is long overdue. I know I promised forever ago to do a tag team arena focused video where I just take you guys through some fights, and plus I haven't really done many videos in the arena of the playlist for arena time. So that is what we're going to be focusing on today, exclusively tag team arena. And as you can see here, I'm in gold 2 and I like to stay in gold 2, and so my goal is to get into the yellow domain here, and we have just about 2 hours or so to do it. The main driver behind this style of video is to show you guys different strategies and techniques that I happen to use with my champions on my account to defeat or to overcome some of the enemies, but by no means am I able to clear any and every single team on the pages. There are plenty of people who have much better champions, much faster champions than myself, and so we have to be a little bit picky, choosy with who we take on. And I'll definitely show you guys how exactly I select teams to fight, but I'll also highlight some of the reasons why I avoid certain teams, because my goal is to get as many like triple wins as possible, but I will also settle for a double win, especially when I start to get closer to crossing into the yellow. Let's go ahead and get started with the current page, and I think I saved this refresh from like last night or something, and so that's why we do have a freebie. So we're definitely going to take advantage of the fact that there is a freebie. It doesn't really matter the teams here, they're all one-man defenses, super low level, so we're just going to let that run on auto, and we're going to take care of that. But after that, we'll talk about some of the other teams on the page, and spoiler alert, I basically opted to skip the entirety of the rest of the page, but like I said, we'll talk about why that is, or maybe just highlight the types of teams that I like to avoid. So first things first, I know that my champions are not the fastest in the game, and so typically I avoid certain types of speed teams, ones that can really just take you out in one single blow, or just control you to death if they do get a turn. So things like Armands and Decifi, I typically avoid. Arbiter Armands, Marius, typically avoid that with Mikage for control. This team here, we have Arbiter Armands, Marius again. This is dangerous because you have an Arbiter and a Siffy, again speed team, but the Ramontu can strip and block passives, and then Trunda can just nuke you into the ground on top of the other teams. And again, if there's one team there that's just a non-starter for me, I don't want to fight, then it's not even worth my effort. Generally speaking, as far as picking teams, I try to look for a set of, or a team from the set of 3 that I know I can beat 100%, and then I try to down select from the other 2 to see, can I beat 100% and then maybe come up with a solution for the third. That would be ideal, again going for the triple wins. But if all else fails, again, if I'm getting close to the barrier or the boundary, then I might settle for just 2 wins and just take the L on the third one. So here we have Arbiter Warlord, Trunda, very dangerous lockout, block damage. We have Armands and Siffy, again speed teams. Yumiko lockout, double lockout, very bad to go against. This team I could probably handle, I think I could go faster, but the Armands into Galathir into block revive is extremely dangerous. I don't want to fight that. And then Odin's very fast with the Siffy, and Amarius, again very dangerous speed teams. Shuzen, automatic non-starter, not even going to worry about that, but not even to mention Odin on top of Crixia, very dangerous as well. Armands and Taurus and Siffy, very dangerous. The lockout, Mythicals here. Yeah, bunch of bad teams, a lot of fast teams. So we're going to refresh the page, and it looks like we do have some of the easy fights. So I'm going to speed run those, and then we'll take a look at some of the full teams to see if we could take anything else out. All right, so we took care of the 4 easy teams on the page, and I thought of a few more things that might help you guys in terms of strategizing for reset day. The first of which is when I typically put in my actual arena defenses, tag team arena defenses. It's about a day and a half before reset, which for me, local time is around 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. I recently revamped my teams, and you can see them here. We have an Arbiter, the white couple with the Galathir. They're my speed team with a little bit of protection from Ankora protecting Narcies, and then Galathir can be a support, but also a debuffer on the alt form. We have kind of a go second team here with Wukong and Kyoku with Pythion and Vogoth is in bolster, so he's protecting the team. Kyoku's in Guardian, and she can spread Inky's defense, and then Wukong is just meant to be annoying with his revival, doing his stuff. And then third, we have the alternative speed team here. We have Armands in the lead, and then Siffy is one of my faster champions as well. She's in protection set, and then Harima is the primary DPS, and she's protected by Nekret. Another thing to note is that a decent chunk of my Sunday night is spent waiting for the free refresh to come back every 15 minutes or so. So I'll do something else. After 15 minutes has passed, I'll come back, hit the refresh button, scan through the teams, and see if there's something I could fight with the same approach we described earlier, and then take on some fights, maybe 1 to 2 per page, and then I just wait out the timer, come back, etc. And like I said, since I put in my full defense on Saturday morning, that approach realistically starts from Saturday morning, but by then I'm usually fairly low in the red just because I like to sit there with a one-man defense for majority of the week. And so most of Saturday after reset is spent kind of climbing up to the middle, and then Sunday, like today, is where we're kind of like near the top and we start to push all the way into the yellow. So now let's get it cracking with some real teams. I'm probably going to avoid the Odin, Arbiter, Armons, and block revive. That seems pretty deadly. Arbiter, Yumiko, and Cardial with the Geralt is very deadly. The ally attack, especially if she switches forms, can be very bad. So those two teams I want to avoid. But this team here, I do actually think I can take on. So let's craft some teams here and see what we can do. So we have some polymorph. That's not a big deal. I expect some stone skin on this team, and there's a torment, meaning that we won't be able to just go first with an arbiter. So we're going to bring in Kaj of the Rye. I have her built in immunity and quite fast, and she is built to specifically counter torments in these type of situations. We're going to bring in Foley because he can hopefully block revive on the Wukong. We're going to bring in Gizmak because we're going to burn off the presumed amount of stone skin going on this particular team. And then I'll probably run Narcisse for now just because Islin is very annoying, but he does put up a shield, so we should be able to take him down if he procs his passive. This team here can be very annoying, so we definitely want to bring in Ancora just to protect our nuker, who is probably going to be Rhodos. Just with the AI overrides or the AI choices of the enemies, I expect them to start off with their AoE attacks, and so that should, one of them or both of them should be able to activate Rhodos. He won't be stunned thanks to the Odin, and so we should be able to do some work. And just to make sure we don't die, definitely want to bring in the Vogoth, and then as the icing on the cake, we'll bring in Galather just for the extra support. This bottom team here is definitely quite dangerous. We have increased attack, increased accuracy, speed team with Lysandra, and then double Nishak, so double bombs. So it's going to be quite tough to actually resist things. So in that case, we definitely want to bring in Nekret, just because he can protect our nuker, which in this case is going to be Wukong, because even if he does die, he's going to come back to life. And then let's say we want to run Tormund, definitely, because this is a lot of buffs, a lot of turn meter manipulation. So that doesn't, and it doesn't matter if he gets bombed to the ground. And then on top of that, let's say we bring in Mithrala because she should have a high amount of accuracy, and she should still be able to resist it even with increased accuracy. Hopefully, we'll see. But that's where my confidence kind of falls off a little bit. I know I can beat these two top teams, but we might struggle a little bit with Team 3. But we'll see. We'll see how it works. So that is my game plan going in here. So you can see that even though I have a decent amount of all of like some meta champions, they're not always applicable in every single fight, and it's more about countering exactly what the enemy plans to do. So as we expected, lots of stone skin here. As predicted, we're prepared for that. We're going to burn it all off with Gizmak, and then we can go block revive hopefully on all three of them. Done deal. And then we can take out Islin, the last remaining guy there. So sweet. Victory number 1. I expect them to go first here. Odin does his thing. We're protected with Ancora. That does that. Activates the Rhodos, which means we cut in. So we take care of the Reviver, get her out of there. We kill Odin so we can't bring her back. And then from there we basically already won the fight because we can easily deal with 2 nukers who definitely cannot take out the entirety of the team. Now, obviously, that's bad. They can kill Vogoth and they can kill Ancora, but we already know that they can't kill Rhodos because he can't be one-shot with an AoE, and Galather is the same. He also can't be one-shot. Plus, Rhodos killed Thor with the counterattack and activated the passive once again, which let us cut in. So we've already won 2 out of 3. Lots of freezing from the Tormund. Perfect. And in fact, they didn't even place the increased accuracy because our base got frozen while she placed increased attack, so that benefits us. We can just cleanse off with the Mithrala. No big deal. Let's say we protect Tormund, and also we can ally attack so we can freeze people, kill our base, and boom, done. So Tormund coming in clutch there. Still a great counter, still very useful against speed teams, especially stuff like that. I kind of expected that the Gizmaks were going to be in stone skin on that case, but it looks like that guy used a lot of stone skin on team 1. The other team that seemed enticing to me was this team here. This one's pretty counterable, basically with the same type of strategy. I could probably get away, honestly, with still running the Tormund. I definitely don't want to run Wukong in this case, just in case that Nithri does something crazy, but we can still keep this core, and then we can run some type of nuker here. Maybe Harima, but we'll see if I want to rethink that, just because because she can't be crit by any demon spawn, so Neithwi literally cannot kill her, and then the protection of her Nekret will prevent her from dying to the bombs. So we'll think about running that team. This team, since he has Arbiter here, I know a lot of his speed gear is going to be on her, but I also think it would be a gamble to think I could be faster than an Aostrid, because a lot of people have built their Aostrids for the arena, so they're quite quick. So we might have to think about that a bit more and come back to that. Definitely gonna build an Armand's team here to deal with this team here. I expect that there's gonna be at least the Duchess in Stone Skin, and perhaps the Nekret in Stone Skin as well. And so we definitely want to be able to sheep people. And in fact, I think we're gonna run the double sheep comp. So I do have 2 Wukongs, so we're gonna run Armand's and support Wukong, and that way we can sheep 2 people at once. And then we still have to deal with the Rhodos, but we know that the Rhodos is going to be protected by Nekret, which we can take advantage of, and send in the White King Narcisse to double hit him under the shield, which should most certainly take him out of the fight. And then after that, we probably need some sort of support champion, so I don't want to use Galathier for this one, so maybe we'll run Pythion. And so that should be able to take out that team. And then that leaves us back with team 2. So for Marius, my default setting is to run a bolster champion just because you can't strip off the shield. And so it soaks up damage on your behalf. And then we definitely probably want Galathier in the mix. I'm thinking we want to run Rhodos in this comp. And then maybe we can get away with another nuker, or no, maybe we just run our Siphi and hope that the double reviver can help us bypass it. Obviously, you know, Rhodos is bad to a degree into Harima, but I think we can take enough turns to kind of start killing them. Because if we get rid of Elva, then there's no reviver left on the team. It's more a matter of if they get too many turns in a row, we might be kind of screwed. So once again, this is kind of the gamble team. I do expect to beat teams 1 and 3. And the second one, we'll kind of see if I've done enough strategy here to counter that particular one. So this one should be pretty straightforward. So Furion is good if I was running Stone Skin, but I'm not, so we don't have to worry about that. He can place some bombs, but he didn't even place enough on Nekret, which is kind of sad on his part. So we cleanse that off. We kill Nishak here. Do that. This should provoke everyone. I don't have to worry about that. Insurance, let's just make sure we kill Arbiter so nothing happens. And then GG's, we've already won this fight. I do have my Tormund in stun for anyone wondering. So yeah, classic Tormund build, easy to counter that one. You know, if you have some sort of way to protect your nuker from give them immunity, then it's really handy against all these bomb teams out there. So that's deadly, but that's nice. We got activated by Marius, which is surprising. Usually he doesn't hit hard enough for that to work, but we'll take it. Start stealing some max HP. Let's cleanse up here, boost some turn meter, and might as well add increased defense with the Siphi just so we're a little bit more survivable. That's great. She activated or went in with the AoE. So we kill Marius just to buy some time here. We're kind of stalling essentially. We definitely want to kill Elva, but we're going to have to take some time and start stealing some max HP just because of the existence of the Harima. And Harima might actually go for the Rhodos. So in this case, let's see, we have protected block debuffs, so switching on Galathier's form is not really going to help us here. So let's just go for the turn meter fill. Let's go for, we can't sleep anybody, so it doesn't really matter. And then hopefully we can get a turn. Maybe not. Or, okay, we got woken up by Marius. Do we cut in? I didn't really pay attention to see. Yes, we did. Okay. So let's once again, let's kill Marius, and then let's steal more HP from Elva, and then essentially I should be able to kill Elva once again after that. So Ward of the Fallen definitely saved me there, so we'll definitely be happy that that was the case. Cleansing is fine. Oh, I forgot about the Veil, so she's protecting herself. Problematic, but we also have Veil of our own. We can revive Rhodos. And hopefully Harima doesn't kill him. That's fine. Okay, so Elva is dead. So one down. We can cleanse here. I don't know. My Siphi is just, she falls over really quickly, which is surprising. But maybe that's just because she's not fully built yet. Counterattack was pretty handy. Ouch, that's bad. So now we need to stall for a couple of turns. We might end up losing this one, but we're not going to cut it out. So we'll see. There is a very, very slight chance. I don't think so. We'd have to get another turn and we're going to die here. Our passive is going to save us on that one, and then she's going to kill us with her whatever attack. So, bummer. We didn't get enough attacks in. Yeah, I needed to stall for a very, very, very long time, and it just wasn't really possible. So, this is annoying. Yep, stone skin, stone skin, stone skin. That's fine. We're going to sheep the Duchess, and then, okay, counterattack. Don't die. That would be very bad. And then we're going to sheep the Taurus. That's fine. Then we're going to heal up a little bit. And, oh, he cuts in. That's unfortunate. Oh, actually, he went after Python. That's fine. So we can do this. Hopefully kill the Rhodos. Ooh, we didn't actually kill him. I guess Ward of the Fallen saved him a little bit. But the thing is, most of the stone skin is gone, so we can take advantage of that and steal some turn meter with the Armons. Take a little control here. I think I can actually kill Duchess at this point whenever... Or no, actually, let's steal some buffs. Let's do that. Make it a bit easier to deal with the... To kill Rhodos. Or... I don't know if I can kill Duchess with the ally protection. So we're going to risk it and just have Duchess waste her turn, because she should go for the revive. And then we'll just sheep the Necret to get rid of the stone skin for now. Oh, even better. She used the perfect veil ability. That's great. So we can definitely take advantage of that. Steal some turn meter once again. Do that. Control them. And then just slowly take our time taking people out. So I'm going to try and kill Duchess here with the Narcies. If we do, that's kind of the end of the fight. Yeah, perfect. All right, so 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Like I said, it was kind of iffy beating Team 2. Maybe there was some other choice I could have made there instead of this iffy, but I was hoping that we'd do a little more damage. I would want to bring like a Torment in, but Elva wouldn't really work because they do have a lot of buffs otherwise. And so, yeah, didn't do enough damage in the meantime to kill Elva quick enough and start focusing on Harima. But of course, Harima is a counter to a degree to Rhodos, so probably a mistake on that one. Perhaps in hindsight, I could have used a different nuker on Team 1 and put Harima into this, so less ignore defense, so we could have been a little bit tankier. But then again, who knows, Marius might have just smacked us into the ground. I don't know, hard to say exactly. But we spent enough time taking on these fights that we have earned our free refresh. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's see if we can find some teams to fight here. Empowerment is also another thing I generally avoid. It depends on the champions, obviously, but people who are empowered typically are going to have better gear than me. And again, speed team, lockout, definitely don't want to deal with that. Lockout here with the speed aura is kind of dangerous. Double lockout and triple lockout, definitely don't want to fight that. I don't expect to be faster than an Arbiter. Narcies is just a terrible, or well, not a terrible nuker, but he's a scary nuker with a Wukong to clean up the afterward is very dangerous. This is dangerous. Armons, I could probably be faster than, but this team is going to be difficult with the block damage, and if we're not faster than the Siphi, then we're kind of in trouble. Lockout with the speed. I feel like we saw that team already. You see a lot of the same things, unfortunately, when it comes to, especially when we start to get really, really close. Arbiter lockout, Arbiter lockout, Arbiter Mikage lockout. Armons, we can maybe take on this team, but then you have Arbiter, Lockout, Reset, Baron, very dangerous. Freya, I typically avoid Freya's. A lot of people build her for damage and she just spams her A1, or well, she puts up increased defense and then spams the A1, which is just a lot of pain. This bottom team is extremely scary, lots of mythicals and a Shuzen, but this team here actually does look like something I can fight. I'm not afraid of a Georgid because typically he leads off with the single target ability, which we can abuse by running a Rhodos because he cannot be one shot and then he automatically gets a turn. There is a lot of revival on this squad, so we have to be careful of that. So with that in mind, I would probably try to run a Necret with the Rhodos just to protect him in case Georgia tries to A1 him to death. That will be the core, and I'll come back to it to decide which supports are available. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Team 1. I'm thinking we run Arbiter, go first into Mikage. We definitely break out the Fennec so we can take care of the Wukong, and then maybe I bring an Armand so that I can take care of their Armands. We'll start with that. I honestly forget what this guy does. I think he has an AoE stun, which might be dangerous. But yeah, AoE stun, 2-time hitter, so that might be bad. We'll see. Maybe we can steal turn meter from the Armands if he's not in Stone Skin, but if he is, we have to sheep him. And then we can, if he's not in Stone Skin, then I can steal his turn meter and then sheep this guy in the lead and take care of that way. So we'll operate with that for now, assuming we can ally attack with the Mikage just to get rid of the Wukong. Hopefully he's not in Stone Skin. If he is, then we're definitely in trouble. This team here is kind of on the scarier side, but I do think we can run our Siphi to go first, and she protects us from the nukage. Again, we do want the Vogoth, and just in case Marius cuts in or takes a turn or does anything like that. Harima, of course, is a great pairing with Siphi. That's a no-brainer. And then, honestly, we need some... I would like to run a different... or maybe some type of control, or maybe we can be a little bit greedy and run a Nishak. Even though there's some polymorph, we might be able to just cut in, go first, and bomb them into the ground and deal with them that way in case there's any stone skin lying around. And so that means that I am free to use Galathir for Team 3, and then maybe some other support. Maybe we just run Ankora of our own. So a little bit worried about Team 1, especially if somehow we're actually not faster than the Armons and this is a very, very greedy team, or if there's more stone skin than I anticipate, we could be in trouble here. So let's see, what do we have going on? Yes, lots of stone skin, which is bad. That's fine. So we ally attack here, get rid of the Wukong. So their primary DPS is gone at this point. Let's just get rid of the Armons. We don't want to be perpetually controlled. Even if we get stunned... Actually, we can try and do that. Oh, we didn't lock him out. So we're going to get stunned here. That's fine. Mikage is going to cleanse Fanax, which is helpful in this case. And then, oh, he doesn't have another ability that... Oh, darn. If we had another thing, that would have been great. As far as being able to target him and kill him, that would have been so stellar. But that is not the case. So in this case, I do need to... Oh, wow. Stun set UDK. That's unexpected. Well, that's really, really unfortunate. Okay. I think, well, we can definitely take over a little bit here. Hopefully we don't weak hit. That's nice. Or maybe it's some passive or faction unity thing going on with this dude. Because he was in two-turn stone skin, so maybe there's something I missed in that dude's kit, but that was an unfortunate stun on the AoE. But what we can do here is we know that UDK is going to put a shield up, so I don't have to worry about that. We can just make sure that we push their turn meter back. I know they're already stunned, but we're just making sure that their turn meter is pushed back. In fact, we can just sheep this guy, get rid of that. And now we should be free to kill this dude whenever Fanax gets his turn, because UDK can only steal one of the attacks. So boom. Oh, I thought we were going to get the double. That's fine. But we don't have to worry about whatever that guy does. Well, let's see if we can strip off the block debuffs. No, we resist the polymorph. Got lucky there. Let's take the turn meter back on the Armands. Keep him controlled. Maybe we can kill UDK with that hit. Nope. That's fine. Fanax is provoked anyway, so we're going to take care of that. And then I wish we could transform as an ally attack, but it's fine. We're just going to try and control and lock out the Armands and just keep him at bay. And then, yeah, we should be able to take him out there with Fanax. Cool. So, not exactly how I planned it to go, but it worked out in the end. Here, we do expect to go first. So, we boost up. We have Nishak with the bombs. Hopefully, we don't get polymorphed. Perfect. We don't have increased attack, so that might be a little bit of a risk, but it doesn't matter. Looks like in this case, we did our job. Doesn't really matter what I do here. And in fact, I'm just going to save it because they're all going to die. And then we're going to wait until Tormund comes back to life. And then we'll kill him with Harima's A2. So pretty nice there. Didn't expect to use bombs on that fight, but I'm glad I thought about it a bit more, and I was banking on the fact that we can go first. And my Nishak is pretty fast. He's not like perfectly speed-tuned with Siphi, but he's fast enough to make it work. And then here, we're... Oh, okay. George is doing weird things. He goes for the AoE first. That's weird. Normally, they go for the single target ability, but that's fine. We have 2 revivers on the squad. We can definitely kill him. And then we can kill Arbiter. There's a lot of stone skin, so we're going to have to wait a good bit before they can actually die. That's unfortunate. I guess she has a lot of accuracy. That's fine. We can just kill Georgid and buy some time. She's going to revive him again. That's a-okay, but I think we should have a faster or higher turn meter. Maybe not. Okay, never mind. That's cool. All right. I think every single one of them now has used their revive, so we can take advantage of that. The one that's the most annoying is maybe Arbiter in this case. So let's take out the Arbiter, get rid of that, and then I guess Ankora might reset, but let's just kill the Georgia just so we don't get a wand. She resets that. That's unfortunate, but let's bring everyone back here. And hopefully, yes, okay, we're still good. Oh, no, we're not good. She revived Arbiter. We got lapped. Okay, let's protect our Rhodos. She's going to revive. That's fine. The thing is, we do have Life Harvest. So there is a lot of protection from, or there's a lot of like health minimization there as far as Georgia is concerned. So he's going to be extremely much easier to kill every single time. And this fight, we basically won at this point. I've used Rhodos's A2 a couple of times, and so there's really not much that can be done. So we're just going to keep killing Georgia as much as humanly possible. And eventually I'll get to the point where Rhodos will he'll start blocking revives, or he can start just killing multiple of the revivers back to back. So let's get rid of Ancora. Let's get rid of... so close. Not quite. So I think we're going to get lapped, and one of them is going to get the revive off. Not really sure who, but it's fine. Ancora is going to protect Rhodos, so he cannot get frozen by Lady Noelle, who's going to do that. That's fine. We might be subject to the AoE from Georgia at this point, so Ancora and Nekret will probably die, or a single target. Ooh! Okay, definitely almost took out the, he almost took out Galather there, which is kind of dangerous. How much HP have I stolen? It's always hard to tell how much was stolen by Rhodos and how much is stolen from Life Harvest, but let's chance it and see. Nope, we haven't stolen enough. Darn, I was hoping we could block revive on the Georgiad. Let's get rid of Lady Noelle first, and then let's worry about the rest here. If Nekret would stay alive, then we'd be able to keep using the ally attack. Oh, I think we cut in here. Dead, but I think Arbiter has a revive. That's so annoying. So many revivers. Man, eventually though, we should be able to kill Georgia with a Nekret. That's fine. Let's pick Ancora back up. It's only a matter of time. Literally only a matter of time, but they are going to have a ton of revives, which is always going to be dangerous. So let's put up a shield. It's not going to do much. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. This is looking very bad all of a sudden. I really, really hope that we have stolen enough HP and we block revive. Okay, all right. Win is secured. So now it doesn't really matter. We can just take our time and we can Rhodos them to death. So threat is gone. That was a lot closer than I expected it to be. I'm not going to lie to you guys. We're going to lose our turn to freezes. And eventually, we'll be able to get some turn against this team once they run out of their control abilities. So we'll just kind of Rhodos them. And who do we want to kill next? Let's get rid of the freeze. Block revive. Let's kill the Arbiter. Not that it really matters. She's going to revive her. That's fine. And then, yeah. Well, I was certainly not as clean as I intended, but eventually we got there. We got to the finish line and took them all out, so we took care of that with the Rhodos. So another triple win, which is exactly what we wanted to see. But I think that's the only fight on this page that I wanted to deal with, so I'll come back to you guys in about 4 minutes time, and we'll take on the next one. All right, we've got another fresh refresh, and in fact, it's actually 2 refreshes later because the last page I saw absolutely nothing that I wanted to take a part of, and this page is not that much better overall, but I did find this one team here in the middle that I think we can try and take on, have a couple of ideas. So polymorph here is definitely a problem, but nonetheless, we're going to try the tried and true chemotherapy team that I've run a lot in Classic Arena. So we have Arbiter in, we have Gizmak to potentially or hopefully burn off some of the Stone Skin, and then we have Foley to block revive on the Wukong. And then for now, we'll throw in Narcisse, he's usually the cleanup crew, but we'll see what's best to do there. This team, I would definitely want to run an Armand's composition. So I'm thinking we run Hirima and Sify with the Armands, and then I might drop in a Pythion or something else kind of tanky. We'll see about the third slot there. This team, just like before, we definitely want to run a Rhodos to try and counter the Georgiad. The only problem here is that we do have the Goffred as well, so that's going to be slightly problematic in that we won't be able to kill the Georgiad instantly. So maybe we might opt to start stealing HP from people first and then try and come back, or maybe we'll like try to work extra turns and get lucky that way. So we might have to play this one a little bit differently, but Armand's bait, I've talked about this before. Mathrala works well just because she has high resistance, and he usually will target the lead champion on auto when it comes to the polymorph target, and so she should have enough resistance to block that out. We're going to bring in Korra so that he cannot be stunned by the Armands, and then I think as an insurance, let's just bring in Galather because this is, again, a tougher team. So we don't have Galather for this team, And I'm thinking that we probably just run... Actually, you know what? What I think we're going to run here is we're going to bring back support Wukong, run that again. So we have double polymorph, because I expect there to be a lot of stone skin on this team as well. So let's go ahead and see if we can make this or these teams work against them. Hopefully we don't start off with the polymorph. There is a 6-star on the Fatalis Blade Master, so there is still a 25% chance that we get polymorphed off rip. Okay, we got lucky there. Don't have to worry about that. Stone skin, stone skin, stone skin. That is expected and perfect in this case. We pop all of that, burn all of it off. We kill the monkey, so we don't have to worry about him. And then everyone is low. Probably not going to finish off the Pythian and the UDK. That is fine. He goes for the cleanse. That's all good. He's going to revive afterward, but that's fine at this point. So we'll change forms on the Gizmak. And then we're anticipating that UDK is going to do his AoE. So let's put Pain Link on the Pythian. This is probably going to weak hit a bunch, as expected. And then I think at this point, probably Python's faster, so he's going to get the revive off. That's fine. AoE attack. Oh, he didn't hit hard enough. Almost. But oh no, we got feared. Darn. I was hoping we'd do enough damage to actually kill the Pythian there. Oh, the weak hit. That's unfortunate. And I can already guarantee you that this is going to fear proc. Oh, no, we got lucky. All right, so we killed both of them. But now, unfortunately, yeah, he got a turn, which means he's going to have a shield up, which means we're not going to be able to crit. So that's problematic and annoying, but eventually we'll be able to break through, but maybe Narcisse can ignore it. Hey, that'll work. He couldn't crit, but we did enough damage, and that is a-okay. So we lose our turn meter, to be expected. Rhodos is protected with the Ancora. She does whatever she does. We bait him out properly, and then, yeah, so we definitely can't kill him. So let's try and steal some H... Nope, okay, that was going to kill Armand's. Unfortunate. So in this case, we don't want to get AoE'd and die. So I'm actually going to cleanse here so we get the shield and the strengthen. And then hopefully we can not die to the Georgid when he goes in here with the AoE attack. And he basically murdered everyone. And we got a little bit of lockout. Hope for an extra turn. No such luck. Unfortunate. We are in trouble now. We might actually lose this fight, but that's okay. That's to be expected. Stunned, almost killed. Do we cut in here, or does Georgid murder us? Yeah, Georgid murdered us. Darn. All right. Hey, sometimes you lose. Doesn't always work out. Not the end of the world. Stone skin, stone skin, stone skin, stone skin. Absolutely perfection. Okay, so we're going to take out the Duchess, and we got sheeped. Unfortunate. And then, okay, that feels like a nuking, well... Hard to say. Let's actually do the A2 or A3 and see if we can steal some stone skin. Perfect. That'll work. So let's kill the Duchess. We don't have to worry about that. Hopefully we kill Mikage. That's fine. Instant turn on that dude. Okay. I guess we counterattacked him and then almost... Oh! That's bad. Okay. Maybe we can cut in turn meter. Nope, she cleanses. That's annoying. Okay, we should be able to stun or at least take their turn meter away. So at this point, we definitely need to get rid of Freya. We'll sheep her for a little bit, and hopefully we can cut in here with Harima and go with the AoE, kill both of them, and then it's kind of GG's from there. So we won. Sweet. So, salvaged. Definitely not the cleanest. Once again, Team 2 was a little bit risky, and it ended up not working out. So sometimes, you know, you can't, like I said earlier, you can't beat every team, and you just kind of do the best with what you have. And we'll take it though, plus 16. We're getting closer. So I think we need like 2 more good wins, and then we should be able to be in the yellow. But we're going to come back in about 7.5 minutes and see if we can take on someone from the next page. Actually, before we move on, I decided to also take on this team here. I think I can be faster than this team with the team we've already seen before, and I'm pretty confident I can take on this team because the shield is good, because that equals Narcisse, and so we should be able to counter this team fairly easily and just kind of tank the hit. I don't think Vlad is going to be the biggest DPS in the world, and so the main concern is going to be this team 3 here with the Siphi Rhodos, the Armand, and the Georgid. So we'll see if we can come up with a solution for that one. So let's go ahead and swap that team down there. That should work as intended. With the speed aura, I hope that I go first against this squad. Lots of polymorph, but my Gizmak is built with resistance, and so we should be able to resist some of that shenanigans. I'm anticipating that we're going to need some form of this type of composition, maybe this exact composition. Yeah, we're gonna run this and hope that we win the Rotos versus Rotos battle. Rotos is definitely not as strong against himself, but it kind of depends. Whoever gets the most turns, we'll kind of see and play it by ear. But essentially, if we cut in and we can kill Siffy, then we don't have to worry about anyone coming back to life at all, which is pretty good. So I will need Narcisse for this upper fight, so we do have to change out the nuker here. And I'm thinking that maybe we can get away with, no, Wukong is slower, is faster than Foley, so we need someone who's slightly slower than Foley. There's also a chance that Warlord cuts in, but I doubt it. But I think just AoE from Stultus might be able to clean it up. If not, he can just kind of A1 and should be able to still work. So once again, we are running a team centered around Narcisse here. Maybe we run a little bit of Vogoth to protect us so we don't die with the bolster set. We probably want Pythion just for a little more healing. And then it doesn't really matter what we do at this point. Well, actually, no, it does matter because we do want to make sure that we don't have any debuffs on Narcisse. So let's whip out the Riho Bone Spear to reflect the block active skills, hopefully survive the hit from the Vlad, and then she can cleanse everybody else. So just in case Pythion doesn't have enough resistance. So let's start with this and see what we can get done here. Again, I'm expecting to at least win the first two fights, and then hopefully we can get lucky a little bit with the third fight, but we'll kind of have to play that one by ear. 2-turn Stone Skin on Nekret is annoying, but not the end of the world. Riho did her job, reflected it, so we can cleanse off and heal, and then we can buy some time. Doesn't really matter. I guess we can attack her, but Arbiter's dead, and Vlad is dead, and Valkyrie should die as well. Never mind, Arbiter survived. Bummer. I guess the Nekret protection was substantial enough, but no matter. We should still be able to kill her on the subsequent turn here, although she is going to have her revive. It's not the end of the world. Oh, maybe not. She doesn't have a revive. In that case, Arbiter is most certainly dead. So we can take care of her, and then the fight's basically over. Let's pull some debuffs on Nekret so we can slow him down a little bit. Unfortunately, he resisted the stun. And yeah, we should be able to kill the Arbiter, and boom. So GG's on this one. We have already won the fight, and it's just a matter of time at this point. And we just need to cycle back through our abilities and take care of the Narcisse. He does have decreased defense and weaken, so he should die. Boom. Cool. Yep, team 1 down as expected. A little bit different than I had envisioned, but nonetheless kind of how I envisioned it ending up in the end. So Stone Skin, Stone Skin, Stone Skin, you love to see it. And we burn all of that off. And we go with the AoE block revive. Sweet, we killed Warlord as well. We'll take that. And then we can do this and hopefully kill one of them, neither of them apparently. Doesn't really matter at this point though. The nuker's gone, Warlord's gone, and it's just a matter of time before we end up killing the Duchess and the UDK. So let's do this, AoE attack, and of course UDK takes majority of them. Unfortunate. Hopefully Stultus can bring us home here. There we go, Soul Reap should take her out. Awesome. Now this is the hard part. Let's just see what we can take care of here. Stone Skin on the Armons, but they go first, doesn't really matter. Stone Skin on the Georgid, which is dangerous, but woo, careful. That's dangerous. Yeah, dangerous because of the Phantom Touch. He almost died to that. So Siffy's dead. There's no reaction anymore, so we can take her out. We got lucky with the Merciless proc. My Rotos is in 6-piece Merciless, so let's might as well take out the Georgid, take him out. Oh my goodness, we're getting super lucky. Merciless and Cycle of Magic procking at the same time. And yeah, so at this point, might as well steal some HP. Doesn't really matter. We can't kill him in one shot. He's going to do that. Yep, and Korra dies. Let's cleanse off Galathir. Essentially what I want to do is revive her and then Veil so that Rotos has to attack Galathir. And then from here on out, we get rid of Ward of the Fallen. And then we just start whittling away at his HP slowly but surely. Not much we can do here. He's going to get an extra turn. I was hoping he didn't get a strong hit there, but of course, when it's your opponent, they never weak hit XD. So we should have lowered him below half HP at this point, so we should be able to take him out. So GG's, sweet. And now we are getting real close. We're also getting low on time here, so I do have to consider that, but we're getting close. I think one more triple win should most certainly put us into the yellow, so we can refresh the page, collect some tokens from before, and see if we can find a team to fight here. So speed teams, Armand's teams, double speed teams. I know I can beat this Marius team Probably, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the other two teams. I know I can beat this team. Harima counters both of the demon spawn there. This team's not a speed team because they don't have an aura, so I could definitely go first and deal with that. And so the only thing I'd have to worry about would be solving that team. That's possible. I'll consider it, but if I can find an easier one, that would be more ideal. So we'll come back to that one and see if that's where we have to go, at least to fight someone on this page. Seeing a lot of Taurus and Marichka, which is very scary. Armand's Marichka. Dude has 2 Marichkas. That's crazy. Taurus and Armand's. The aura's out of order here, which is intriguing. So it could be a bait. Whoops. Could be a little bit of a bait, but nonetheless, there is maybe a chance I could just take advantage of that. Another Valkyrie would be nice. We can definitely run a go second team against that one, run Narcisse, and bait out the Valkyrie. Another cool thing is that like I can run like if I run Nekret against a Valkyrie, that basically boosts her turn meter so much that she starts off going first and then places the shield, which guarantees that we have the shield to smack with Narcisse. So that's another option. A little bit of polymorph here, but I think we could also take care of that. So between this team and the other one, I think I'm actually more confident with this team. So we're gonna go in with Arbiter and Armands. That's my first thought. So I know, well, I'm expecting that we go first, and then we're just going to take control. If they don't have a stone skin, then we can turn me to control, and if they do, we can just sheet people at will. I already dedicated Narcisse to team 3, so I need a way to deal with Taurus. Or maybe, you know what, we'll swap things around. We'll change our approach for team 3, and we'll deal with the Valkyrie, or we'll deal with Hefrak by running Harima, because demon spawn. So that will be a little bit cleaner. That way we can use Narcisse against the Taurus, who, well, I guess Nekret's actually going to protect maybe Armands or Sify. I'm not sure which exact one, but we'll see. I'll think about who I want to run with this team here when we come back to it. This, I want to actually run our old team of, well, no, I want Gizmak in here for the burn. I want Mikage in there for the ally attack. I want Phoenix in here for killing the Wukong. And then we need some way to deal with the Rhodos without him being able to murder everyone on the squad. So maybe we throw in a Nekret on top to protect Phoenix from the Rhodos and see if that works. And then we work our way down to killing Rhodos. Once we kill the Wukong, it's going to be a lot easier to deal with the Rhodos because Mikage can just switch forms and start stripping and stunning and whatnot and kind of take over the fight. So I'm not really worried about that segment. And then let's just move him up here for now. So now change of plans here. We definitely want to run Ancora so that we can't get frozen. We definitely want to run Harima. I don't want to run Sify because that's going to bait out the shield for a Valkyrie. I'm expecting Stone Skin on the Hefrak. And so what I'd really like to do, honestly, is run like a buff strip block buffs champion, which tells me, or like Mighty Uko is actually coming to mind. So let's run Mighty Uko there so we can potentially place block buffs so everyone else can't have the giant shield from the Valkyrie. And then maybe some insurance on protection. And so we just run the Pythion here, and then Galthier, I guess he works for team 1. All right, let's try this. Hopefully we can win all 3, and then we'll wrap it up for the evening. I will say that normally I start this like after reset, and I kind of held off a little bit because I knew I wanted to make or try and make this video. So that's why we're a little bit closer on time, but ordinarily I wouldn't be cutting it this close at all. So we have them under control. There's no stone skin anywhere. And in fact, let's just see if we can kill Armand. No, actually, let's not risk it. Let's go for the double hit just to make sure. Insurance. Cool. All right, we took them out. Don't have to worry about them anymore. Everyone is still stunned. And then we just, yeah, it's just a matter of time because we took over the fight. So yeah, this is a good example of a team where they could potentially have a lot of fast champions, but the fact that they don't have a speed lead aura tells me that they're probably not going to be faster than my champions with a speed lead aura. So definitely took advantage of that. So we ally attack here, get rid of the Wukong, so we don't have to worry about that at all. She does that, that's fine. We don't really have a choice here. It's going to go... Oh, oof, wow. All right. Goodbye. Good night, Duchess. You love to see it. Okay. I forgot we had the HP burn out there for that purpose. So there, it's a matter of time. Yep, I figured he was going to do that to Nekret, but hopefully we don't double weak hit here. And of course, of course we do. Of course we do. That's fine. Let's just change forms on Mikage. Let's strip off the veil, increase attack, so Rhodos will hit a lot less hard. And then at that point, we can definitely, hopefully not weak hit. Never mind, he's in swift parry. You hate to see it. That's fine. He can't kill him. He's protected by Nekret, so now it is just purely a matter of time. And in fact, let's just finish him off with Gizmak here. We're guaranteed to kill Rhodos here, and then we'll at least place the decreased defense on the UDK, so that when Fanax gets his next turn, he will finish him off for the squad. So we'll take it. Sweet. 2 down, so we've guaranteed won this triplet already, and so it's a matter of team 3, which I kind of forgot which one was team 3. Ah, this team. Okay, yeah, I think this team is pretty easy to deal with. I'm not too worried per se. Got rid of that. Ideally, Valkyrie would cut in here, but that's not the case. That's fine. So let's just take out the Ancora. Ah, not quite. Bummer. That's quite unfortunate. Oh, Uko did not do anything there to steal anyone's HP. That's fine. Harima's going to protect us here, so don't have to worry about dying. That's a really, really strong counter to any Demon Spawn champion. Of course, Hafrak is one of those, so we don't really have to worry about that. That's fine. At this point, Ancora is very low, so this should kill her on top of killing Hafrak and apparently Tormund. So Spirit Affinity, it's going to take a while to kill the Valkyrie, but eventually we'll get her down. But yeah, triple win secured. So this one is in the bag. It's just going to take a little bit longer. I'll keep you guys here as we work through, just for transparency, in case anyone was a doubter that we can actually survive this one. But yeah, that's going to weak hit as expected. Everyone's going to weak hit on the Valkyrie, and then it's going to take another 3 extra minutes to get through this fight, right? That's just my luck. At least that's what I expect. We're actually not going to put up more buffs because we don't want to waste it. Can we provoke? Of course not. We weak hit. All right. Oh, sweet. We stole the counterattack. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to run it on auto from here. And it doesn't really matter what we do. Just a matter of time. Slowly but surely, we'll actually finish off the Valkyrie here, and then we'll get to see how we're doing here. I do think this is enough to get us into yellow, but we'll see. No, barely. Okay, but that is fine. I think then in that case, let's work on this team that I think we can take on as well. So we do have a Mithrala, which means if I try to run Gizmak, it's just going to be burned off, which is a problem. But I do think we can kind of take our time and eventually work our way through and kill them. Although running a Narcisse into this would be nice too. Although it could be a Stone Skin Aneath, which might be dangerous. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. So this team, I expected to go faster than lots of polymorph. Man, that's a lot of polymorph, but it's fine. I think we're going to run the Arbiter speed team here. Gizmak to burn it all off, presumably. You're hoping we don't get polymorphed. And then we're going to need a little bit of some oomph to kill this team because they're going to be pretty tanky. And so I'm thinking either my own Harima with increased defense, maybe from Sify, and see if we can make that work and run it like that. That's my first thought. No, but if I run Harima, then yeah, I think we're going to try that. Okay. And then for this one, I think we are going to run the Narcisse, but we're going to protect him with a Vogoth, and so that the Anithwi doesn't murder us all with the Soul Reap, so we're protected from the shield. And in fact, maybe we even run double shield set. So we could run Nekret. So he's in a shield set. Vogoth is in bolster, so we have double shield set. So we should be able to really face tank whatever the Anithwi is going to do. We let them go first. And then just in case something goes horrendously wrong, let's bring in the Pythion, who should be the one protected by the Nekret in this case. So Nekret might actually die. We'll see. But that one's fine. And then this team, Lydia is annoying, but there is an Armons, which means we do want to bait things out with the Mithrala. I definitely want Ancora. We're going to run a Rhodos here, and I think we just whip out the Galathir, and we should be able to whittle them down, and hopefully we can start killing them slowly. Stultus is definitely going to take a bit because he's Force Affinity. We're running a nuker who is magic. but I do think eventually we should be able to work them down. The real concern is just Wukong doing Wukong things. Okay, all right. I guess he's in, what? Armand's is in refresh accessories, and it proc twice in a row. That's unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. Activate Rotos. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. So we'll take out the Armands. So he's gone. Don't have to worry about him. We'll take out the. Actually, we will take out the Lydia. That's fine. We built up enough HP, thankfully, to survive that hit. And Cora is dead. And I think she's going to have to stay dead. I think we have to take a turn here to try and kill the Wukong, and hopefully we don't weak hit. Sweet, perfect. All right, Rotos for the win. Who cares about affinity? So 1 down. I think that's pretty much sets us up for success as far as winning overall. But let's just see if we can confirm that. Let's burn off all the stone skin, and then we have increased defense on Harima. Looks like their Harima is the squishiest target, so we should be able to get hit into reaction. Unfortunate. Okay, that changes the game a little bit. She's also in a Siffy with protection. That big heal is annoying. We can't do anything here. Hopefully we can transform. Nope. All right, bummer. That's fine. We'll revive here. We'll do that. We'll do this. And then we can respond with our own AoE. Hopefully we actually kill someone. She revives. That's annoying, but fine. We can't sleep her because of UDK. Unfortunate. And then she's going to A2 Gizmak and do the AoE again. We might actually lose this one. We might actually lose. It depends if we survive this hit. Close, but we're also provoked, which is bad. So reaction might have screwed us over on that one, which is really, really unfortunate. And I think that's kind of it. Yeah, we're slept. She's dead. Oh, okay. We reset on the Harima's ability on the A2. Man, does he have a lot of refresh accessories? That's really unfortunate for me. All right, so Stone Skin is not on the Neithwi, which makes it a little bit easier to kill him, but that's fine. We're just going to sit under the bolster. Actually, we cut in, so we can just kill a Neithwi. All right, she's going to, but Dutch is going to revive, which is fine. We'll wait for that. Stone Skin there, Stone Skin there. Unfortunate, we got to wait for that, but no big deal. Now Duchess is available for the killing. And we can see if we can finish her off. That's probably too... Oh, nope, never mind. She is not too tanky. Sweet, we'll take care of that. Let's protect our Narcisse. They're all under Veil, which does mean that I can actually... Never mind. We're no longer under Veil. Okay, I was going to say I could target the Neithwi, but that is not the case. So he's going to do the AoE attack. We're still under the bolster shield, so we're chilling. Now, they're dead. Reviver's gone. We should be able to kill Mithrala there. And then GG's. Yeah, so we won 2 out of the 3 fights. Unfortunate there on the second one. I did not anticipate the reaction on the Harima. That screwed us over for sure. And literally let them win the fight because I missed out on getting my kill shot A2 into the AoE attack, which would have done a lot more damage across the board to everyone. So unfortunate. Or at least it would have softened them up so that when I went in with the AoE on the second turn, I might have actually killed 1 or more people. But unfortunate. Apparently we needed that third win to really push us over the edge, so that's fine. Time is ticking, but I think we should be close to another reset, so we'll see in another minute or so what's on the next page, and hopefully we can get... At this point, I think we only need a double win, but still, ideally, a triple win would push us safely into the yellow. All right, hopefully the last page refresh of the day, and I think I found only one team, unfortunately, on this page, but we're going to take on this guy here. Now, this definitely looks like a hard team. I don't think this is going to be easy, but I do think we can come away using decent amount of strategy here. So what I want to do is I see that we have a Lord Shazar, which is demon spawn, half-rack demon spawn. And so the half-rack can't kill Harima. That is what I'm thinking of running there. And Armands, we have it countered with the Mithrala. And then the interesting thing about Lord Shazar is that since he can't crit on Harima, he can never place the 1-turn duration bomb. So that means we're guaranteed to be able to cleanse it off with Mithrala, assuming she doesn't get 3%ed and stunned by the Armand. So that is a good core there. And then I'll see about the supports afterward to see who we have available. For this team here, I'm thinking since there is a Galathir, Siegfried, a very scary team in fairness, but once again, there's no speed aura. So what I'm thinking of running is Siphi Rhodos with an Armons in the lead, so we can definitely take care of at least Crixia, maybe Siegfried, depending on who presumably is in Stone Skin. We bring out the Rhodos, and then possibly we run Galathir on my own. I'll see about that. And then this team here, we have, honestly, as long as I go first, I can actually bomb this squad. There's no polymorph, and even though they have Marichka, I can run Gaius, who has a 2-turn bomb, and if we lock him out with a Basher, for example, then we can get away. So Arbiter is free, so let's actually run Arbiter. Let's break out the Basher for the lockout. He's over here. Let's bring in Lady Mikage. This is basically my Bomb Voyage team that I run in Classic Arena. So increase accuracy, lockout, bombs for 2 turns, and then we make sure we kill Marichka first, and then let the bombs kill everybody else. So that does mean that Galathir should be available for this fight here. And then that means probably Pythion for this one. And then just as a safety net, we run Vogoth just in case everyone else gets hit by the half rack. We don't want them to die. So there we go. This should work. Let's see if we can get to the triple dub here and finally end our night when it comes to the tag team arena. So this is fine as expected. We dodge the sheep by running with Thralla in the lead. We cleanse. Everyone is free. We get bombed. That's fine. At this point, we will cleanse with the Python when we get his turn, unless Harima is somehow faster. Nope. Okay, there we go. Cleanse all that off, and then we kill Armand, and he dies, and everyone else dies. Sweet. Easy peasy. Anti-bomb team. Thralla, one of the best champions to bait out what's his name? Armands in the game. So Stone Skin. In this case, we probably want to definitely sheep the Crixia. We don't want to get locked out. Counterattack. Okay, I guess he has deterrence. Good to know. And then we have protection, unblock debuffs on everyone. So sweet. We'll just A1 here. And we might as well proc the passive. Hope for an extra turn. Not quite, but he should activate the extra turn with that. So now we kill him. Sweet. And then we don't have to worry about that. Let's just A1 on the Crixia. And at this point, Mithrala should cleanse. He's gonna revive. Okay, that makes sense too. So then we do this just to steal some turn meter, and Mithrala is gonna cleanse. That's fine. And then at this point, we can actually change forms on the Galathir, and then we can lock them out. Unless we get resisted. Unfortunate. Okay. So he still has his cleanse. We have to keep that in mind, but we can sleep him with the A1 with Siphi. Can't be resisted. In this case, we want to kill the Crixia. Take care of her. We want to kill the Siegfried because he's susceptible. We already procced his passive. Mithrala can't do anything. Increased accuracy should allow me to actually stun the Galathir now. And so it is a matter of time as far as can we kill the Galathir, not weak hit a bunch of times before he comes back around to his revive. That's really the question here. I'm hoping that is not the case. Hopefully we can stun him there. He has decreased resistance on, so Armand should be able to land his stuff. All right, so we should have this one in the bag at this point. It's just a matter of time. So we kill the Mithrala. Fantastic. And then we start working on the Galathir. He cannot die to a single hit because of his passive, and eventually we should be able to whittle him down with a bunch of A1s. There we go. Cool. Team 1 down. Success. So here we run the bomb team. So we're going to boost up with the Arbiter. We're going to change forms. We are going to strip, or attempt to strip, at the very least place the weaken. Cool. We lock them out so they can't do anything. Resisted on the Wukong. Unfortunate. 3%. You hate to see it. But here's where we just kind of chill for a bit. So Thor didn't get slept. Wow, that's really unfortunate there with the 3%. I really hope he doesn't kill Gaius. He should actually weaken stun. Weaken stun just to make sure. Put insurance out there. Oh, okay. He just... Oh, no. Ancora's stealing it. I'm dumb. I forgot. Ancora's in the mix. That's why we can't CC. It's fine. Don't kill... Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Yeah, so the 3% resist on Wukong. He didn't get locked out because he should have just used his A1, not the AoE. So that kind of screwed us over. That's unfortunate. So we lose 3% resist, taking us out there. But for now, we are good. We're in the yellow. We did just barely enough. I'll have to monitor this. It's pretty close and marginal. I'll see if we get pushed back a little bit, and so there might be one more section, but we'll see. Hopefully this will be enough. I'll check back in closer to reset, or if we have a new set of fights to do. All right, one last refresh, and I think just to be on the safe side, we have 8 minutes to go. We are still currently in the yellow, but just in case someone attacks me at the last minute, I'm going to try and get one more dub, at least a double dub here. So we're going to take on this team here. So this team here screams Tormund, easy counter. Hope that the Trunda's not in stone skin, but even if she is, we'll kind of prepare for it. This has no speed aura, so we should be able to go fast or go first and take them out, burn them off with the Gizmak. And then this is that troll team with the Lizardmen, Calvalaxes. So as long as we have a bunch of resistance champions, we should be able to take that team out as well. But even if we don't, I'm fairly more confident that we can take out the first two teams. So let's make teams around that. So we definitely want to run Mithrala here. We want to run Tormund here. This is just a standard speed team. He's probably going to get polymorphed, but ideally he just places a couple freezes before doing so, and then we're able to run with that. Rhodos is coming into the mix, and then we need to protect him from the stun with the Ancora. So there we go, pretty standard stuff. This team, we're going to run this exactly this. We're going to run Armons and Siphi together. Then we're going to run Harima as the DPS, and then Gizmak once again to burn up all the stone skin. And hopefully we don't get a reaction proc like last time. And then this team, we're going to index into resistance. So we're going to run Galathir, high resistance. We're going to run Nekret, who's high resistance. And then he's going to protect somebody who is, well, he's just protected from block debuff. So maybe this, we run the Wukong. And then do I have anyone else who's like super high resistance who I don't want to, because if we boost the turn meter on TX, we're kind of dead. So I might actually just run the trio here. I would like to run a speed aura. Oh, actually, you know what? Perfect. Let's run a speed aura with Kaja. She's an immunity, and so we don't have to worry about her untouchable, so we don't have to worry about her getting the poisons either. So everyone's protected here and or high resistance. That should work. So let's try this. Hopefully we don't get polymorphed. Hopefully we place a lot of freezes, and then Ward of the Fallen should protect us from Trunda's double hitter on the Rhodos, and then he should cut in based on that, and he's protected from the stun by Ancora. Only a freeze on the Arbiter, unfortunate. And hopefully we survive. Oh, the Soul Reap. Didn't expect the Soul Reap. Oh, I should have noticed that. Bummer. Well, yep, there's the sheep. Okay, so we lose this fight. That's fine. Skip the battle. Move on. No big deal. That's not putting us in a good situation. So if, ironically, if we're actually going to end up losing the one of these two fights, then what I might do is actually just like stay in the menu and just hope that we don't actually lose. So we'll see if we have to resort to that. I don't think we will, but we'll see. So I think we're just going to wait. I know we're going to cut in here. So let's burn off the stone skin just to make sure. I could sheep someone, but I think it's a little bit easier to deal with that. And then hopefully we don't get reaction like last time. Okay, there we go. Kill Darima. That should kill Ancora as well. We provoked the Duchess, but she is stunned anyways. And so we've definitely won this one, which is nice. We're going to wake up the UDK. All good. Change over on the Gizmak. They're under burn, so we can place the irresistible decrease defense, and hopefully we kill them. Boom. Sweet. All right. We did get one victory. Now, hopefully this works. Oh, dang it. Not enough resistance on the that block revive. No, actually wait, he didn't block revive. Why didn't he block revive? He has 2 lizardmen, doesn't he? Well, you know what, I'm not even gonna complain. We'll just let it run. That's fine. Actually, that's not fine, because that gave him a bunch of turn meter, and we might be dead. We might be dead. Oh, no, we're not dead. Okay. Okay. Saved a little bit. So, this is definitely a lot dicier than I thought. I figured that we had enough resistance across all the champions. Don't have to run into this particular situation, but it's fine. So, revive is burned. We can heal up here. That was a lot closer than I intended it to be, but nonetheless, we were successful. So it's only a matter of time here before we take care of the Python. That was dicey. But yeah, the goal was to just have a bunch of resistance, champions, high resistance, and or block debuffs so that we can get rid of or bypass the Teox thing. I feel like there was a little bit of a bug there. We can check his kit afterward, but I'm fairly confident that Teox is supposed to block revive on the A2 with 2 lizard men on the squad. Then he has Pythion and what's his name? Ramantu. So I think that might be a bug, and we got lucky there, but we'll take it. So yeah, 3 minutes to go. We'll come back then just to confirm that we are actually actively staying in Gold 2, but I think we have it secured. So took around, 14 fights, but yeah, this is basically kind of how my Sunday nights look. Granted, I would have started a lot earlier than this recording than 2 hours to go. It's a little bit cutting it close, and I like to just spread out the time and, like I said, and refresh the page as much as needed. Look for these types of fights that I think I can take on, and then slowly but surely work my way into the yellow to maintain my Gold 2 status. All right, so mission accomplished. We maintained our status in Gold 2, so we can collect our rewards, and we can just demote our defense back to the default of the one-man defenses and participate in the Moth movement, aka the Monday through Thursday movement, where it's just easy to farm and we can get back to getting as many gold bars as possible. So fantastic, we survived another reset day. I hope you guys enjoyed spending some arena time with me, and let me know in the comment section if you did enjoy this style of video and I can do more of them in the future, maybe like once a month or something, depending on time and willingness and whatnot, because Sunday nights can be fairly stressful. Like I said, this one was a little bit more so than usual because I only had 2 hours to crank it all out, but we managed to do it nonetheless. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go through the builds on every single champion that I use because that would just take another half hour or so, but I think I mentioned the important ones that are kind of niche. Most of them, DPS are built in lethal and savage, supports are built in either like high speed or high resistance with speed, stuff like that. So not much to share there in my opinion, but if there's anyone in particular you wanted to know the build for, you can leave it in the comment section down below and I'll respond and let you know how I built them. Other than that, if you're wondering how to progress in Tag Team Arena to get here, obviously I am in the end game, so it's a little bit easier for me to get all the way up into Gold 1 and Gold 2, but let's say you're working on your Ramantu missions, you can check out the video in the card above where I go into a lot of the strategy behind Tag Team Arena and how to approach it in order to get yourself into and progress through higher tiers. As always, if you did find this video helpful, then be sure to hit that like button down below. It really does help out the channel. And if you enjoy this type of videos, then be sure to subscribe to the channel for more content just like this one in the future. Thanks for watching and have a good one.